Speaking of birthdays, the only thing that I'll probably get you is something that you're interested in, which is the next topic, Marvel Avengers. You're the only one that's interested in this here, to be honest with you, right
I'm
now.
interested.
So I might get this game for your birthday if it's on discount. But
I'm already gonna get it though. Don't give me a game I already have.
Man, I'll get you the digital version and gift it to you so you can see how superior it is. But they actually had a little, I can't remember what it's called. What is it
There's a
called?
war table.
Yeah, that's it. A war table.
Yeah.
I'll let you take it away, to be honest with you, because you know most of what happened.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was just a short showing. They wanted to show a bit more detail of the game, and it was mainly just a build up to the beta because the beta's out next week or this week coming. So they were showing what you can get, and it's quite a fleshed out beta, to be fair. You get 4 missions, I think they were saying.
Okay.
And on top of that, you get 4 main missions. No. You get the A-Day content. So what we've seen of them on the bridge, you get a few missions in the world, their war missions or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And you get to play as 4 characters. I believe the characters were Hulk, Iron Man, Kamala Khan, and Black Widow. So they're giving quite a bit of content in their beta for people to get through and play through for a while before the game comes out. From what I saw, there were moments where the game looked a lot better. It was mainly one-on-one fights. Things tend to get a bit messy when there's lots of characters coming at you and you're doing a lot of projectile fighting. But there were points where it looked good and there was points where it looked messy. Points where it looked bad. So it just depends. The traversal looks good for Iron Man. And when you're Hulk, what they showed as Black Widow and Kamala Khan is you were doing swinging. And I was thinking, because they've already done this in Spider-Man and they've done it very well. So let's not hurt yourself by trying to put it in your game. But they've put it in, so we'll see what happens. I think it looks crap because I play Spider-Man. But clearly they wanted
it. Just because I'm not that interested in the game, I'm not going to go into too much detail. But what I can say, I did. Ams posted it in our little WhatsApp group. I watched it, and it actually looks a lot better. Like I try and keep myself as unbiased as I can, and it looks a lot better. It looks like something that I may dabble in. I'll play the beta when it becomes open. Yeah, I'll dabble in it. I'll
toe in there, just a little toe.
I do wonder: is it Thor that was the problem? Because they've taken him. Thor that was the problem because he's not in the beta. He's one of the characters that I would expect to be in the beta, but they've taken him out. So is his combat really messy? And they thought, let's get rid of him and fix him.
Maybe that might be.
Then again, I think because Hulk is a fan favorite anyway, innit? So people just want to be smashing everything with Hulk anyway. So
but it makes no sense to put Kamala Khan in over him unless they wanted 2 women and 2 men.
But it's a beta, innit? So
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's just like we just want you to see what we've been working on, kind of thing, innit? And hopefully you enjoy it. And to be honest, I think they really needed to do this beta because
people need to play it.
What it looked like a month ago, or whatever, when we watched the last one, I think they needed something to entice people to actually want to play it, kind of thing, innit? So given quite a bit of content to play with right now, hopefully it works out and people actually pre-order the game. I don't think people are pre-ordering this game like they probably thought, kind of thing, innit? So they're like,
Avengers, we're good.
Yeah. Need to do something right now, otherwise it's going to be a flop. So
I saw the unlockable characters. I don't know how far it's going to stretch, but obviously it says Hawkeye will be one of the unlockable characters. I love games like that where like this is what we're offering at the beginning, but there's obviously more room for people to be introduced and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, really, because it's a game as well, they could really stretch and they can go far with that and really explore the universe, like the Marvel universe, and bring loads of different characters in. Whether they manage to do that or perfect that, and whether that will be microtransactions or just unlockable characters,
Yeah.
that's what I'm kind of still a little bit iffy on. But if it's like like a Street Fighter or whatever it is, and once you do the story mode a few times, you'll get your new characters and that kind of stuff. If it's, it's kind of like that, I think it could entice me to play it a bit more, just to see who I can get and see if I can unlock everyone. I like those type of games.
Yeah, I think the main thing, as long as it's not hidden behind the paywall, then it's good. Yeah, if you have to pay £3 or whatever it is just to use other characters, I'm not interested.
Yeah. I think it will be. I think they'll have basically there's the system that's been built in now from most games. Fighting games have it. These looter shooters have it. Most games have it now. So the first year, everything is pretty much free. If you have the season pass, you'll get it early. So I think all of the superheroes they add in the first year will be free. And if it sells really well, then every year they'll offer a year pass, and that'll get you all of the characters and new missions and all of that. So basically you're buying something new every year, but it depends how they price it. So like with, what was it? For Honor? I think it was like £20 for the year's content. So it's not too bad if they offer you a lot.
Yeah.
So because they said they're going to be adding missions for free anyway. So throughout the year, they'll be just keep adding new missions. I think if they add main story missions and characters behind the season pass, it won't be too bad if the game's good.
I can't lie though. Do you think Avengers is the kind of game that people will be playing next year still?
I think it's just one of those games where people get into it and they just play it because there's so much you can do. So like a For Honor, like a Destiny, there's a community around it. You can play with your friends and it's just stuff to do. I think that can convince people. Also, I think the customization's a big pull for people. People like to customize their character for them. And I think that could keep it moving. But it depends on the execution. If this game is just lousy, and last month it really did look like a mid-tier game. It looks a bit better now. I think if they get the quality up before launch, then maybe it can have a following like a Destiny. Yeah, Destiny wasn't a 10 out of 10 game by any stretch. But it was a game you could play with friends. It's a game you can customize your character. It had different missions coming in, and that's what kept it alive.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know, but say for example, obviously, if us four are a team or whatever, can you fight against another team of 4 heroes as well, or is it that you're literally fighting against AI all the time? But they haven't said anything like that.
They didn't suggest that you could. It looked like you just do missions together. That would be a fun feature. I hope they add it in, but I think they would have to improve the combat, because if you're just hitting each other, it's just a button mash affair. That wouldn't be as
fun. Get Hulk against Hulk.
I just want to wrap in my Iron Man suit.
They would have to make it so tactics matter. So you have to have a balanced team to have more chance of winning. If they made it like that, it could be fun. But if you just go in and everyone's just smashing the buttons and whoever touches it faster wins, that would be so trash. So trash.
That's very true.
It works in shooting games because you have to have accuracy and you can move behind stuff. Even if the shooting game is like very basic, you still have some skill to it. In a game where it's hand to hand, a lot of it, and you do have some projectile characters, it can be just a hot mess.
Yeah,
I think it's something they have to look into.
I feel like the biggest thing that we can take away from that showing that they gave for this war table is the fact that I think these big companies just need to upload 4K videos and just instead of streaming it, just upload it and stuff like that. So,
but I think the reason why they stream it is